Greetings. Hello, this is Natasha Harrison, President and CEO of Community Build Ventures. I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to deliver my session, Increase Workplace Diversity Through Corporate Giving and Volunteerism, at the most recent Burr and Beverages at Burr and Forman on June 28th. I was so encouraged by the many conversations and questions after my session that I want to take the opportunity to share some important points from the session, some key recap points over the next couple of minutes to help you first make the case for workplace diversity and corporate giving and volunteerism, but then also provide you some key next steps to get started in intersecting them. Before I provide the recap points, I want to first provide some foundational information on what is diversity versus inclusion. Diversity is simply the state of being diverse. Diversity is a range of different things. And so in this case, what we're speaking about in terms of workplace diversity, we're talking about different people, whether it's based on race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, whether they're Republican or Democrat, whether they're married or single, have children, all the things that make us diverse in the workplace. But a lot of times when we talk about diversity, it's really based on how someone looks or sexual orientation. Diversity does not equal inclusion, but diversity does help a company be better equipped to create an inclusive environment. Inclusion, on the other hand, is the state of being valued, respected, and supported. An inclusive workplace values and utilizes its diversity by supporting the development of the capabilities of all of its employees. To attract and retain a diverse, talented workforce, companies need an inclusive environment. Okay, now for the recap points. Let's start with making the case for workplace diversity and corporate giving and volunteerism. Workplace diversity and corporate giving and volunteerism are simply good for your bottom line. Census data tells us that by 2050, there will be no racial or ethnic majority in our country. Our company, our economy, will grow and benefit from these changing demographics if businesses commit to meeting the needs of diverse communities as workers and consumers. Recent reports done by McKinsey and Company and the Center for Corporate Citizenship stated that companies that invest in corporate giving and volunteerism and workplace diversity have higher earnings and returns on equity. Both are the key drivers of internal innovation, and they decrease employee turnover rates. So, how to get started with intersecting workplace diversity with corporate giving and volunteerism? One opportunity is to utilize your current affinity or business resource groups at your company. People of color and women who are members of these your affinity groups or business resource groups, they have great knowledge and can provide great resources on how to become employed at your company. Many of them are members of associations that are focused on people of color and women. So why not work with them to come up with a volunteer mentorship project with some of the associations they're currently members of? You could donate to these associations, work with these associations, and define volunteer mentorship opportunities with students who are members of these associations to create a pipeline of diverse employees. Another opportunity is to expand your community-based partnerships. Nonprofit workforce development organizations like Europe, who train individuals in customer service or in information technology, could create a pipeline of diverse employees for your organization while boosting your community relations profile. Workplace diversity is one of the biggest business performance challenges of our time. And in the past weeks, we have witnessed the continual harmful and deadly effects of racism in our society. So I know talking about diversity takes a lot of courage. The fact that you participated in my session means that you want to do something different. and I'm here to help you. Contact me today for a free 30-minute consultation to help get you started, or book me to speak at your company and receive my presentation, which includes a ton of helpful research links to make the case. And also, you'll receive the Define the Intersection worksheet to use over and over again to define a strategy for diversity through corporate giving and volunteerism. To stay in touch, I've added you to our newsletter where you'll receive periodic updates on our work as well as resources. Please follow us on Facebook and like us on Twitter. Again, thank you so much for your participation, and I look forward to continuing conversation with you about increasing workplace diversity through corporate giving and volunteerism. Bye for now, and continue to do your greatest and highest work.